How are you?
All right. Well, I have to confess that
July.
these relationships are all over the place for me. I just don't get them.
Well,
Ah,
Reb Yirmiyahu is here. So somebody is trying to stop Yirmiyahu from doing something. That's what's going on here. Let me go to the next Rashi on this.
okay, maybe we'll
is
get big. Yeah, okay.
Tarak Gali.
Well, let's tell Lou where we're holding over here, or let him announce the shear
Uh,
also.
mhm. We're in 112A4, the last few lines.
Okay, it's the 19th of July, Rabbi Levitt Gemora.
Okay.
Thank you, Roy. I see Reb Yirmiyah came before Reb Oven. Is that where we are?
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, we're now at the doing the Rashis, where the son of the father-in-law of Rabbi Yirmiyahu wouldn't let him in. And now we're up to that Rashi, which is a line, the next to bottom line on the end. Tarakle, Gali. He closed the door. The delit, the ducha, the open door, the bayit of Eve, in the house of his father. Sagar, he closed it. Below he didn't permit him to enter. Lefisha, he wrote says because he wanted Rabbi Yirmiyahu lechazikbo, to have a chazaka, to take possession of it. So he wasn't letting him in because he wanted to stop it.
Wow, it's so interesting. I don't think that these words, if you want a literal translation of these words, Torak Gale, right? Gale comes from the word revealed, open, and Torak is the door. So the Torah Gale, and Rashi just translates it literally. Deles Petucha, the base of the open door of the house of his father. And then Rashi says, Sogar, he closed it. And he wouldn't allow him to enter in. But what the Gemora says, it just relates the words Torah Gale, the open door, Ba'ape, the Rabbi Yirmiyah, in the face of, literally in the front of Rabbi Yirmiyah. But there's no word in the Gemara that says that he closed the door on him. Rashi's just is figuring that out based upon the Gemara didn't want to say that this little boy did such a thing to the great Rabbi Yirmiyah. I think, I don't know. Okay. Oh, so but Phil, did I interrupt you? And you were in the middle of that Rashi. You finished the Rashi.
We finished the Rashi because he wanted Rabbi Yirmiyahu to take possession of it.
Lefisha Haya wrote Rabbi Yirmiyah because Rabbi Yirmiyah wanted to lahachzikbo.
Right.
Yirmiyah wanted to take possession,
and that's why he closed the door. So he should
that's
be able
why.
To
Right. So there's a bit of yes. There's a bit of a confrontation over here taking place between Rabbi Yirmiyah and the son of his father-in-law. Now, Roy asked, "Where's the father-in-law?" Doesn't seem like the father-in-law is here. anymore.
That's
what
the
it
son of the
seems.
father-in-law who did this.
Yeah, but I'm saying Roy asked, where's the father-in-law?
But didn't the father-in-law pass away? Isn't the whole point that the little boy is the inheritor of the house?
Well, the Gemora didn't say that openly yet, but I think that's going to be the story. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the art scroll note on that, number 41, since we know this house belonged to the father-in-law, this boy is the father-in-law's heir. He is acting in his rights to prevent you from taking possession. He's claiming that this was that apparently the father-in-law is supposedly has died, and he's now trying to make sure that he doesn't do it.
Yeah, I must have read the footnote.
Okay. What's that, Lou?
I must have read the footnote the other day, and that's what I was remembering.
Yeah. Okay, so it's interesting.
Yeah, the one before it also was a good footnote. The note before that said Rabbi Yehuda claimed his father had sold him his house or given it to him as a gift.
Oh, really?
That's what he claimed. However, the father-in-law's minor son attempted to prevent him from entering the house, asserting the property was his that he inherited.
Okay, so that's the next Rashi that mentions that what you said. Okay.
Yeah, the next Rashi, the Chazek Eba B'chaye Vu, that he had a chazaka in it in the lifetime of his father, V'haya Toen, and he claims Sha'aviv Machralo, that his father sold it to him, or Netanelo, or gave it to him as a gift. Yeah, that's that. Next
okay, so the Gemara said Asa l'kamed Rabbi Avin. So in other words, Rabbi Yirmiyah went before Rabbi Avin, who's I guess the head of the Bezdin over there in that community, for a din Torah on this matter, right? That's what happens when you have a disagreement between people. You go to the Bezdin. So that's what Rabbi Yirmiyah did over here. Omar, so so he told him, Shalohu Toveya. Now, there's no Rashi on that, is there? Who did Rabbi Avin say this to, and who is he talking about, Shalohu Toveya? Not clear.
He said it to Reb Yirmiyah. Because Reb Yirmiyah came before Reb Avin.
Right.
And then it said Amar.
Yeah, who's the Amar?
Reb Avin said to him. I think that
Reb Avin, the judge, to who? Reb Avin said to Reb Yirmiyah, Shalohu Toveya.
Yeah, it's a conversation between Reb Avin and Reb Yirmiyah. According to
Okay. And the Reb Avin, who's on the Bezdin there, is telling Reb Yirmiyah, Shalohu Toveya. He's claiming what belongs to him, meaning to say, I guess, that Reb Avin is saying to Reb Yirmiyah, look, this minor son of your father-in-law, he is the legitimate heir of your father-in-law's possessions. So he would appear to be the one he's in the right over here. Where do you get off claiming that it belongs to you? Oh, and so then Rabbi Yirmiyah answers back. I'll tell you, Amarle, this must be Rabbi Yirmiyah saying back to Rabbi Avin, Vaha, listen here. My Sina Sahade, I've got witnesses that I could bring to the Bezdin, the Aksiki Be Bechaye Avua. That I made a chazaka in this property in the lifetime of his father, meaning the father of this cotton, who Rav Avin, the judge over here, is saying, "What do you want, Rabbi Yirmiyah? He's the son of the deceased. He's obviously the legitimate heir of this property that you're contesting over here." So Rabbi Yirmiyah is saying to him, "But I have witnesses, Your Honor. I have witnesses that I made a chazaka in this property already when my father-in-law was alive in this property." Oh, and then Phil read us the Rashi. What's it mean that he took possession, or this word achzike? He took possession, I guess, ownership, because why? It could be like we have in Cheskes Abatim. In Cheskes Abatim, somebody has a chazaka to the property, is the thing that for some reason he doesn't have Rabbi Yirmiyah, he doesn't have a deed of sale, right? If he would have a deed of sale, he'd just say, "Here, Your Honor, take a look at this. Here's my deed of sale that this individual, period, end of case, goodbye." He doesn't have one. So he's trying to prove that in spite of the fact that he doesn't have a shtar, he owns the property. So that's the whole third parak in Cheskes Abatim in Bava Basra. What does it say over there? That the guy who's claiming that he owns the property, he makes a claim that the guy sold it to him or gave it to him as a gift, and he has been machzik. He's been in possession and control of the property for the last 3 years, and nobody said a boo. Nobody contested his ownership. That could be what this word of achzike be is talking about. And Rashi's just filling, but Rashi didn't say everything that I said. I would have expected Rashi to say, in addition to the fact that Rashi's just saying, he's claiming that the father of this minor son sold Rav Yirmiyah the property or gave it to him as a gift. But I would have expected Rashi to say, and even though I don't have a shtar, but what? But I've got 3 years of that I've been in control of the property, and nobody nobody said boo. Unless, okay, let's see further. Let's see further. Oh, actually, okay, yeah. The Tosfos Rid says, like I'm saying, that Rav Yirmiyah has been in muksak on the property as the ostensible owner of the property for the last 3 years, and so that the Gemora in Bava Basra says that raises a presumption that he is the real owner of the property. And so the person that's coming and saying, "Oh no, it belongs to me," so where were you, sir, for the last 3 years while this person was sitting on your property, and you didn't say boo, you didn't challenge him? Why didn't you challenge him in the last 3 years? Must be that he's right, that you sold it to him, or you gave it to him as a gift. Because otherwise, you would have said, "Hey, what are you doing on my property? Get out of here." For 3 years, you let him sit there on the property. So now we see that the miner's son is closing the door on Rav Yirmiyah, but okay, maybe before that he was in the crib. He wasn't able to do that. I don't know. Okay, Roy got a response from Roy on that. First, he had to learn how to walk, and then he could walk to the door and close the door on Rav Yirmiyah. But before that, he wasn't able to do that. I don't know. The details of the story are a bit sketchy. Okay, so then the Gemora said, Amar le v'chi makablim edim. Oh, that was what you read. It's a question. Is it so? V'chi. The word v'chi turns the statement into a question. V'chi, is it so? Makablim edim, that we accept witnesses. Shalom b'fnei bal din. Not in the presence of your contesting party to the case. Right? We got two parties to the case over here. We've got Rav Yirmiyah. He's claiming that the property belongs to him, and then we've got this minor son of the deceased. He claims the property belongs to him. So the judge, Rav Avin, is saying, Rav Yirmiyah, excuse me, you can't bring witnesses to prove your case against this son over here. It's like he's not here. Oh, so Phil, you didn't read the first Rashi on the next top of the page. Go for your base, summit base. Yeah.
Right. We just pulled the page. Remember that? Shelo b'fnei that wasn't in front of witnesses. V'hai katan. But he's a minor. Kaman delete dame, that you don't give value to.
Kaman delese dame. It's regarded as though he is not here. So he's a minor. A minor is not regarded as being here, right? Children are, the old saying is, children are seen and they're not heard. So they're not here. So I'm just saying that a pleasantry. You can take it for what you want. But the halacha is that this minor son, he's not he can't be a party to the case. He's not a bar dinah. He's not. We can't have a din Torah. You can't have a din Torah against a minor son. So you want to bring witnesses against him? That's called bringing witnesses in front of the other side of the case, and the other side of the case is not here. And the halacha is you can't bring witnesses against until the other side shows up. So this minor son, he hasn't showed up yet. You got to wait for him to be a gadol. Then you can bring witnesses against him and prove your case. Right now, you can't prove your case against him. Okay. Okay, so now that's what Rav Avin said to Rav Yirmiyah. Right, Rav Avin is saying over here, look, this minor son, he's the halacha is with him. He's and Rav Yirmiyah says, what do you mean? I can prove my case. Let me bring witnesses. And Rav Avin says, witnesses? There ain't no such thing. Okay, now let's see what Rav Yirmiyah says now. We're getting into a Talmudic debate here between the judge in the case, Rav Avin, and Rav Yirmiyah, who is a Talmudic scholar who could be a judge on the case as well, except he's the litigant. So what does Rav Yirmiyah say to him?
The law, and do we not accept testimony against a minor? The whole katana. But a brisa teaches to the contrary. Bein gedolim, bein katanim, chayevin. If a thief died and left stolen property, whether his heirs are adults or minors, they are liable to return it to the owner. Evidently, a minor can be compelled to return property that is not his. And Rev Oven's reply is on Malay. But Rev Oven said to him, Hare Mechalukin is Sumachom Betsidachov. But the dissenting opinion of Sumchos is on your side. That is, in the very Baraita you quoted, Sumchos stated that a minor may not be sued. And the Yirmiyahu counters, Omar, Eichapo, Kulei, Elamor, V'ko'e, V'sumachos, Le'afa Kulei, L'didi. Rabbi Yirmiyahu said, did everybody join together and adopt Smuchos' position to take away that which is mine?
Oh boy.
All right.
So Rabbi Yirmiyah is not in an argument with the other litigant over here. The Rabbi Yirmiyah is in an argument. He's in an argument with the judge about whether there is a litigant over here to argue with.
He's asking if everybody's stacked against him.
Well, so this is what we saw in the previous brisa before we got to this story over here. This is a true story the Gemora is bringing. It's a true case. But the brisa, in other words, had two opinions. There was where's the Tanakama over there, and Tanakama says whether there's a gedolim, whether they're katanim, the bet can compel even katanim, even if all the heirs are katanim. According to the Tanakama of the brisa, even the and the Besdin can litigate against them and order them to return a stolen item that the father stole and that it's in their living room over there. But according to but then the brisa quotes a second Tanaic opinion, and that's the opinion of Sumchus. And Sumchus says no, the Ketanim are not lav b'nei dina ninhu. They are not. They're not. You can't institute a case against Ketanim. You can't bring witnesses against them. You can't. They're not here. They're not here. You got to wait until they grow up, and then you could litigate against these Ketanim. Then when there'll be Gedolim, then you could litigate against them. So Rav Yirmiyah is saying to Rav Avin, Your Honor, I don't understand. You've got the Tanakama that would appear to be the main opinion over here. The Brisa lists him first. He's the Tanakama, the unnamed Tanakama. Generally, that reflects the fact that the halacha is like that unnamed first opinion. And then the Brisa says, oh, there's opinion also of Sumchus. Very nice. Sumchus has a right to his own opinion. He's a Tana also. But when we're paskening halacha, it would seem to me that we would go against. We would go with the majority, with what would seem to be the majority opinion, which is the first opinion, against Sumchus, who is a singular opinion, and that's what Reb Yirmiyah is saying to the judge. He said, "What? you're trying to make it that the whole world has come over to the side of Sumchus just because you want to take this land away from me. Wow. So this is not the end of the story over here. We have more to the story. 1 second over here.
Yeah, it's actually time, I think.
Okay, let's continue. Okay. Lou, are you up to reading today?
I think we're out of time, actually.
Oh, okay. Very well. Ezra Hashem. Everybody have a Chodesh Tov and Mavorach.
Because I said tomorrow I should be 100%. I should be able to read.
Bezrat Hashem.
I don't.
Suras Tovos, Yeshuos, V'nachamos, Refuos.
Amen.
Bezrat Hashem.
Yeah, I don't need sunglasses anymore, so I'm getting close to being okay, to being 100%.
Very well. Very good. Glad to hear it. Okay. May Hashem give you a refuah shlema in the eyes.
Amen.
Oh, mate.
I saw you giving an interesting shear, but you're not. It's only on the telephone.
What's that? Only on the telephone?
So you're giving an interesting shear about marriage.
Oh, yeah.
It's only on the telephone.
Most of it is just recordings. There's some things. Maybe one thing is a Zoom call, a Q&A. Q&As are live.
Too bad. If it was all on Zoom, I would go. I would watch it.
Okay.
All right. Lou, I'm just going to phone you, okay?
You're going to phone me? Okay, fine. I'm here.
Yeah. I'm doing that now.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
See you.